The Toyota 4Runner goes back 4 decades, and this, for 2023, is the 40th anniversary edition of the popular truck. Let's take it for a drive today. It's time for Family Wheels. As we roll out, I have a small request. Give Family Wheels a like. Your likes help the channel keep on trucking. When you're logged in for a like, subscribe and click the little bell to be notified when the next review drops. And leave a comment if you have thoughts about the vehicle. Thanks. This generation of the 4Runner has been around since 2010, when Vancouver hosted the Olympic Winter Games, and it's really showing its age. The biggest deterrent to buying one is the possibility of an all-new 4Runner coming out in 2024, or perhaps later this year as a 24. There's speculation in many quarters, but it's well-grounded. A new 4Runner and its sibling, the Tacoma pickup truck, are expected to be built on the new TNGA-F truck platform found under the redesigned 2022 Tundra truck and its SUV counterpart, the 2023 Sequoia, only smaller than those two. And it's not unimaginable that the Hilux, which is not sold in North America but is thought by many to be the greatest pickup ever, could be part of that project. In addition to an old but proven design, body on truck frame, the 4Runner has a proven engine as well, but it too is old, and that is the 4-liter V6, 270 horsepower. And that's great, nice smooth V6, spools up beautifully, decent torque, if not spectacular, but of course, naturally aspirated, no hybrid, no smaller displacement turbo, and so we are using a lot of gas to move this thing down the road. Toyota is going to smaller engines with hybridization. This happened, by the way, in the biggest thing Toyota makes, which is the Tundra truck. They dropped the V8 and went to a turbo V6. It's also hybrid. So you can expect these things to have some kind of a 4-cylinder hybrid or a 4-cylinder turbo, maybe, power plant in the not too distant future. Being basically a 4-wheel drive truck, this is a real deal off-roader. Here we have a transmission selector. You've got high range. High range 2-wheel drive, by the way, is an option down here, so you save a little bit of gas there. But otherwise, you get 4-wheel drive, high range, low range. In addition, we've got big 17-inch tires with a nice fat sidewall on them to absorb shocks. Also can tow 5,000 pounds, about 2,200 kilograms. We have some of the all-mod cons. Heated steering wheel, heated seats at this trim. Not a fully digital dashboard, but the little display in the middle is adjustable. We've got whatever's the latest from Toyota in terms of infotainment controls, and yet on the old school side we have this shifter. The pattern reminds me of a Prius C. The parking brake is foot operated down on the floor, just like my dad's Merc. But it works. Back on the modernity side, we do have a sunroof. It is not a panoramic moonroof, however. At this trim, the upholstery is Toyota's Softex. That's its term for its fake leather. And it's really quite nice. There's the possibility of a 3rd row of seats. That's available on the Limited in the Canadian spec. It's an option on more than one of the US specs as well. I want to talk about one aspect of the design of the 4Runner, particularly the 40th anniversary edition, and that is these stripes. I've had so many comments about them already, usually something related to Starsky and Hutch, the old TV show. But in fact, it was a Toyota design feature way back when, where they would put these stripes on the sides of various vehicles to add a bit of excitement. If you were going to get this 40th anniversary edition, don't get it in red, because you've got a red on red and a red and orange clash, and it just doesn't look good. Let's take the V6 4Runner up one of our steeper hills in Vancouver. spools up nicely because it's not a turbo, it takes a while. How long it's going to be around, that's another question. At our ludicrous Vancouver gas prices, I think I spent about $5 back there. Also on the fuel front, there's no engine idle stop here. Another thing I'd like to see is brake hold. This vehicle does not have it. There's really no sense talking about handling in what is basically a truck with great big tires on it. We don't have handling. As far as steering goes, you do a lot of it. Understeer is the order of the day. We're not off-roading today, but let's take the 4Runner down our neighborhood bumpy road. I've seen some complaints about the ride of the 4Runner, and I just don't see it. It's actually got a nice, comfortable ride. Quite soft, actually. The 4Runner passes our child seat test. Behind me, the kind that takes up the most room, rear facing. Up front, well, I've got plenty of room between my knees and the glove box door. I'm 5 feet 11 inches tall, 180 centimeters. It's certainly roomy in the back of the 4Runner. I've got quite a bit of space between my knees and the driver's seat in front of me. Driver's seat is set up for me. The seat backs do recline, however the seats do not move fore or aft. We don't have heated seats at this trim, but we do have a couple of USB ports and HVAC outlets. That's our look at the 2023 Toyota 4Runner 40th Anniversary Edition, stripes and all. What do you think? Is it past its prime, or is it still just the ticket for four-wheel drive adventure? Leave a comment. As always, thanks for watching, thanks for liking, and thanks for subscribing. I'm Richard Detman, and I'll see you next time on Family Wheels.